What's up everybody, it's Blue Drake, and today I'm going to be showing you some of my paintball guns. I really like playing paintball, but more importantly, I like building paintball guns. In some ways, a lot more than I actually like playing paintball. I don't know why that happened, I just really like doing it. So today, I'm going to be showing you my first paintball build ever. This is a heavily modified Takamo Tippmann 98 paintball marker. Now, there are a lot of cool things about this gun. There's a lot of attachments on it. It's pretty much entirely custom. Very little left on this gun, or more specifically, inside this gun are the stock Tippmann 98 parts. This entire receiver is new. The barrel is new. It's still threaded for a Tippmann 98, but it's a BT Apex barrel. A lot of the internals are heavily modified. It's obviously got a mag feed system, which is built into the new receiver, and then a variety of attachments. So I'm going to start at the end of the gun and just go all the way down. This gun is completely unique. All these parts you can buy from different vendors like Rap4 or Hustle Paintball, but this gun I put together all myself. To be honest, this whole shroud isn't even meant for a Tippmann 98. It's meant for a higher model. I just adapted it to work with this gun. So starting with the end here, you see something that looks like a silencer. Not a silencer at all. This gun actually shoots two different types of ammunition. You have to swap out the mag well to do it, but it can. It can fire normal round paintball rounds, or it can fire first strike paintball rounds, which are fin stabilized rounds. You can't hopper feed them, you have to mag feed them. They just don't fit in a hopper correctly. So what this is here is, if you're shooting normal round paintball rounds, this has a ramp inside, and you can put spin on your paintball rounds in any direction, meaning you can shoot around corners, you can spin them up and get longer distance on your shots, or you can spin them down and shoot people who are above you, hiding in guard towers, or across from you, hiding in trenches, getting around the line of sight problem, which is why this thing is an absolute blast, because you'll hit players and they have no idea how they got shot. Moving down a ways, you've got the barrel shroud, which shrouds a standard 14-inch barrel. If you go any further than that, you're going to be killing off your bullet velocity. It's got nice little, you can see these weaver rail covers. I don't know the exact name for them, but they're pretty common in just both the military and general use. They essentially just cover the, they're kind of a pain to put back on sometimes. There we go. They just cover unused weaver rails and make for great handling, so it doesn't feel awkward in your hand. Two attachments on the bottom here. We've got a mag pull angled grip. You've probably seen stuff like that on Battlefield 4 and stuff like that. It's cosmetic, but it also, if you use it right, it really helps you stabilize the gun when you're firing. And my favorite little thing is, for anybody who plays Project Reality, this right here, this forward grip, actually doubles as a bipod, and all of the soldiers in Project Reality, the USMC soldiers, they have this, and for some reason you can't deploy bipods except for on select guns. And even the guns that do have bipods don't use this. But it's a nice forward grip, but if you press a button in the back, bam, it's also a bipod. Great, just beautiful. To be honest, with paintball you're not going to be engaging very far, so as far as stability and accuracy, not as useful, but this gun is heavy as shit. It is very, very heavy. I mainly use it as a machine gun in the back, and I'll show you why here in a second. So mainly the bipod's just there so you can set it on something and still be able to angle and shoot and not get mud all over it, and just take a little bit of the load off of your hands. So moving down a little further, you've got your standard magwell. I got this from Rap4. Loads standard earlier generation magazines. Not very fond of them. You can swap this out for a superior magwell which loads first strike capable D-mags, and I have that downstairs. But the reason I have this magwell is because while it doesn't load D-mags, it loads the next best thing. This puppy loads, oh, balance, the Wrap 4 box magazine. It's machine driven, electronic, and it holds about 200 rounds. So combined with an Apex barrel that can curve rounds around corners and everything and give you some extra range, you can just set this up in the back and unload. It's beautiful. Now, moving further down, I have a nice ergonomic trigger cover, because as you can see, the air hose does not go to the bottom anymore. So I just got a nice little cover to cover up the hole and everything to make it look prettier. But the important part about moving the air tank is that I have a line. I had to open the gun and install this and everything. Goes straight through the back, and you have your air system encased in the buttstock, which is great. It's really out of the way. You can put it on your shoulder and stabilize it. It's a really beautiful solution. I don't know why all paintball guns don't do this. It's amazing. And then, nearly lastly, we have a 2-part scope system. Now, I mainly use this as a support machine gun. Not really big on accuracy. I have another rifle that is dedicated to first strikes that is way better for taking out very far away targets accurately and quickly. I'll show you that one later. It's awesome. But this marker I primarily use just to put as much paint down the field as I possibly can and keep people suppressed. So with that said, you don't really need magnification. You don't really need magnification in paintball, period. Unless you're firing first strikes, then you can almost justify it. But even then. So, you've probably seen this in Battlefield 4. The support class, I think, gets this by default. But you have a 2-part scope system. You got a magnifier and a red dot. So if you just want to use a red dot, get the magnifier out of the way. So that's that little beauty right there. And these little things flip up. And you've got yourself a nice little red dot. And the scope just flips straight out of the way. It's just a magnifier. There's no reticle or anything. You use the red dot reticle, and this just magnifies it. So you can see further away. If you need to see somebody, this is just light 3 times magnification. If you just need to get a little bit better of an eye on a target, flip it up, bam. Or even if you just need to see farther away and use it kind of like a binocular, you can do that too. And it works beautifully. Works beautifully. And lastly, I've got a custom little cock piece here. Pull that back and you can see that there's a nice anti-chop system. Not particularly useful for mag feeds, but it can still be a problem chopping paint. So, and it's just a cheap upgrade, so it's nice to have there anyways, because it doesn't cost you anything. And if you wanted to, you could convert this gun to a hopper-fed marker. You've got a little piece here, unscrew that, take it out, put a hopper on, you're good to go. But yeah, that is my Tippmann 98 heavily modified, Takamo modified paintball marker. Got most of this stuff from Wrap 4. I'll link them in the description. You can check it out. Really good site. I use them for a lot of stuff. That and Hustle Paintball. Those are really great guys. Love those guys. And let's see if I actually have it. Oh, there it is. Ah! Soon enough, I bought this little contour bugger, and I can put them on the side of my helmet. And we can take this thing out, and I'll do another video shooting at people with this. And hopefully some of my other guns too, which I can also do videos on. So remember, like, comment, favorite, subscribe, all that stuff. And of course, if you have your own paintball marker, I'd love to see it. Make a video, put a link in the description, I'll watch it, comment on it maybe, who knows. I love paintball, love talking about paintball. And besides that, I'll see you next time. Peace.